Let's talk about anxiety. So many kids and teenagers, parents too, are experiencing tremendous amounts of anxiety that are really interfering with their daily lives, with going to school, with participating in engaged ways at school, with wanting to be with friends, or avoiding things that they used to love to do, even as things are more open and safe for our kids and families. I want to really make an important point here. And I think the mental health field, of which I'm a part of, often puts a lot of emphasis on pathology, on the diagnosis, on where the problems are. But I want to be really clear that anxiety and stress around situations, new things, even old things that you haven't done for a while, it's not all pathology. So a couple of things I just want to say. One is the problem comes when the anxiety we feel interferes with our life in a big way, and it's not appropriate for the environment. Let me say that a little bit different way. If you feel anxiety and there is a reason to feel anxiety, right? You're in a stress-inducing, anxiety-producing situation. That anxiety you feel is actually healthy, right? When we're in a situation that makes sense for us to feel anxious, when we feel that anxiety, it means our brain and our nervous system is doing what it's supposed to be doing. That's healthy. Imagine if you didn't feel those feelings when it was appropriate that you felt them, right? The problem comes in when we're in a safe environment, when things are really okay and not threatening, but our nervous system responds as if there is a threat. Now, here's where it gets tricky because of what has happened this last year. Even though now it may be safer to do something, your child has had messaging for over a year now about things not being safe, about it being risky to be with friends, about it being risky to be with grandparents, about it being risky to be at school. There has been messaging around danger, danger, danger. And so our children's nervous systems are responding with anxiety. That's what we're supposed to do when there is threat and danger around us. So what I want to say to you is that if you or your kids are feeling anxious, be gentle with yourself. Thank your brain and body, nervous system, brain. Thank you for doing your job, because when there's a threat, you responded in the way you were supposed to. And now it feels like it's still dangerous because that's how we've been wired for the last year. But now this actually is safe. So we can actually have our kids have a dialogue with their brain and say, brain, thank you for trying to keep me safe. Of course, it makes sense that you feel that way. And let's take a new look. Okay, let's put on new glasses, or let's look with fresh eyes. Is it safe now, knowing masks, distance, mom and dad are vaccinated, whatever it is, to really look at the new facts and to look with new eyes, and then to say, okay, worries, you can be quiet for a while. And so we can really have that dialogue. But I want you all to know, here's one other thought is that, if I walk into a classroom and the teacher tells me every kid in her class has ADHD, I know that's not the case. It means that the expectation is too high, or kids aren't getting to move their bodies enough, or, something else is going on. When all of the kids of this generation, virtually all of them anyway, 2/3, according to the last study I saw, with a ton of participants, that 2/3 of kids and teens are experiencing anxiety and depression right now. When we see that many people, we have to say, okay, we're not going to diagnose pathology across all of these people. Let's take a look at what has been happening, why that makes sense, why that's happening. And instead of pathologizing it, let's really talk about why this is happening, understand the mechanism so that we can work with it and help our kids not get stuck, even as things become safe again.